Our project was kefir fermentation and how the amount of lactose affected their reproduction and their lifespan. Kefir fermentation involves culturing kefir grains, a combination of bacteria and yeast, with milk. The grains ferment the milk by metabolizing lactose, producing lactic acid, carbon dioxide, and small amounts of alcohol, resulting in the tangy flavor characteristic of kefir. The process takes around 12 to 24 hours and depends on factors like temperature and the amount of grains and milk used. Kefir is rich in probiotics including lactobacillus, lactococcus, streptococcus, and leuconostoc. In this experiment, we tested the lifespan of kefir grains. We had a hypothesis that the amount of lactose in the milk affected their lifespan and reproduction rate. Kefir grains need to be taken care of properly, kept at room temperature and soaked in milk to ensure their longevity and reproduction. Higher lactose content in the milk may result in a longer lifespan and increased reproduction of the grains.
So we have 80 grams of kefir grains, and we're gonna divide them into four different parts, which will be 20 each. The first milk we're gonna test is the organic milk, which we have tested before and it worked pretty well. It contains 30 grams of cow milk protein and 30 grams of cow milk fat. Then we're gonna test the chocolate protein milk, which says that it has 45.4 grams of milk protein, 10 grams of milk fat, and 0 grams of lactose. We're also gonna test strawberry milk. This one is partially skimmed milk. It does say that it contains lactose, but it's not specific on how much, but it's partially skimmed milk. And lastly, we're gonna test Yakult also because it is supposed to be a product based on fermented milk. And it actually says that its ingredients are 3.6% of skimmed milk in powder. Now we're gonna cover them with some paper and the rubber band so it doesn't get infected with any insects. After waiting for 4 days, we're gonna strain them and see the results.
After making the experiment, we could conclude that organic milk has the best kefir fermentation by reproducing 9 grams of kefir grain during the course of 4 days. Our hypothesis was correct since the milk that has the bigger lactose percentage was the one that reproduced the most kefir grains. Thanks to our research, we knew to expect that the organic milk was going to work real well. But in the transcript of the experiment, we also discovered that protein milk works very well because of the high amount of lactose in the protein. Overall, our project was successful because it was proven that the milks with more lactose managed to reproduce the most kefir grains and kept them alive for longer.